Hello, welcome to Africa is Home. My name is Jean-Paul. Let's begin with the state of the continent. The anti-apartheid freedom fighter Archbishop Desmond Tutu of South Africa died at the age of 90. A bomb exploded in Beni, eastern part of Congo, leaving multiple dead and multiple wounded. The Horn of Africa is not at ease. A situation escalated in Somalia, leaving between the prime minister and the government due to election delay. In Ethiopia, the crisis is still continuing. Reports are saying that the Ethiopian National Army has captured some of the states back. In Sudan, the anti-coup protests are still protesting against the military power in the region. In Gambia, people are still protesting after the election result. That is the latest in the continent. But today we want to talk to you about a country that's holding Africa back from developing. See, Africa is a continent of 54 sovereign states, blessed with all kinds of natural resources. A continent of 1.3 billion people and 54 votes in the United Nations. That is what attracts Africa to the world today. Every country has its interest in Africa, but one country is submerged as a clear winner here, and thus began its scramble for Africa, not very different from the scramble of the 19th century, China. China's involvement in Africa should concern every African and every African heads of states. Now here with me to discuss about China's involvement in Africa is the co-founder of the Africa is Home, Platini and
Hello.
Leslie. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Mr. JP.
Platini, let me begin with you now. Okay. Do you think Africa needs China to develop?
Honestly, Mr. Jean-Paul, I feel like where we are in Africa right now, we can't survive on our own. When I say this, I basically mean we need international trading. And China produces a lot of goods, and they offer a lot of services that we need in Africa. So I really do think we need the Chinese people in Africa. However, we should only welcome them to Africa as investors to invest. And we need to design partnerships and write trade policies that favors Africa. Yes, we need to write trade policies that favors Africa because where we are, all the problems we have is because we haven't really been paying attention to China when they come into Africa. We just let them walk in and they walk out with whatever they want. So yes, it's up to our leaders to design and pass better trade policies into our laws in Africa. So yes, we do need China.
Okay. Leslie, now do you think we should be concerned about China involvement in Africa?
Yeah, that is a big concern to me and to the general public as well. And I feel like it has been a concern for over the past 20 to close to 50 years. Because what the Chinese are doing right now is that gradually, as I can say, they've owned us so bad. And it has gotten to the extent which it definitely going to be difficult. It's going to take several years for us to get China's claws out of our nations back in Africa. Reasons being that look at the situation which just happened about a month ago, where the Chinese took over the national airport of Uganda. You understand, right?
Yes.
That's just an example to show you that Chinese own that economy right there because of the depths they got into, right? Our leaders are so dumb. Sorry to say, but guess what?
That's true.
That's a fact, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They are not learned enough to understand how to globally grow the economy, or they're not thinking out of the box. They think immediately, but guess what? As a leader in Africa, you're supposed to think several years ahead in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Like he actually said, we're supposed to accept these people as investors. But here's what our African leaders are doing. When the Chinese bring up a big check to you, right? They are so carried away by the money that whatever they present, you give into it. Mm-hmm. And what happens? They own you. Right? From your constructions to whatever thing is going on.
Mines,
whatever projects which are going on in Africa. The Chinese own that.
So see, we need China, going back to what you said.
Absolutely. We need
not just China, all multi-investors, right?
That's right.
But the problem is our leaders, like you say, they are not very smart when
that's
signing those contracts.
That's the problem.
Africa, we have infrastructure deficit. and Chinese has a signed checkbook. We need each other. Now, when China comes to Africa and finance all these infrastructure projects, instead of training the local people, they're bringing their own engineers, they're bringing their own workers to do the. Okay, so where do we benefit? So it's basically the money that they loan us, we're using it to pay them back.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
And sometimes we even still give them a percentage of the companies we are opening in Africa or the mines we are about to start exploring in Africa.
That's right. So what the Chinese are basically doing to Africa is giving with the right hand and taking
it back with the left hand.
Exactly. Our leaders are so blind to see that is the problem, and that's going to continue to be a problem for the next generation if it is not changed.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if it's not changed, one of the greatest African countries most of us are always going to be proud of when we look there is Rwanda. Look at what's going on there.
Exactly.
They went through a lot of economic
genocide
and stuff.
And
guess what? Their president was able to get them back on their feet.
Absolutely.
What is so difficult for all the African leaders to copy that as a good example and implement it?
Bro, honestly, they don't care. They don't care.
Don't.
Because look at example, the president of Cameroon, right? About 3 or 4 years ago, he took a very huge loan from China. And the purpose of this loan was to buy computers and give them to the universities in Cameroon, which we did not need. That was in the university back then in Cameroon. We did not need those computers. Then he went back to the Chinese government and bought a bunch of computers that had a lot of problems with that loan, and then came and gave them out to the students. I believe a huge part of that money disappeared. We don't know where it went. But this man is so old. He's so old that he's not even going to be around for these debts to be repaid. So now these debts are on us as youths.
And the generation to come.
There we go. This situation is like in most African countries right now. We owe China so much that even if you break it down and look at the amount of money you as an individual, Jean-Paul sitting here owes China, you'll be shocked. But these people are like 80 and 90 years. They're not gonna be here long enough.
They're not gonna be here.
Right.
So all the debt is gonna fall on the next.
Let me ask you, gentlemen, this: do you think China is trying to debt trap Africa?
Well, I think so.
Honestly,
I think so. You know why? Because guess what? The Chinese, well, I'm not sure about the statistics, right?
Yeah.
But I can bet you 60% of China are business people. And you know a businessman.
More than 60.
You know the mindset of a businessman. He thinks 50 or 60 years into the future. That's what they're doing right now. And it's definitely going to take a strong African mind to break this chain. It needs to be broken, because if we don't do that, we're going to live in economical crisis forever.
Yes.
Africa is going to be looked as the dumping ground of the world.
No, it is.
It is already. It is already the dumping ground of the world.
Look at the military bases, right? We have them in. What do we need them? China has military bases in China.
And
what do we
they
need
don't only
them?
put them in Africa, they put them like in the economical capitals or the capitals of the
and
country.
then if you look at most of the Chinese investment in Africa in the mining sector,
Exactly.
what are they looking
all
for?
the exploring that stuff straight to China.
Right, to capture Africa. They have over thousands and thousands of investment in the mining sector.
That's
Absolutely.
Right. What are they looking to capture? Africa. So that is the concern that we should have.
No,
as
yes,
Africans.
China is definitely, they are definitely trapping Africa.
If we are not careful, China will colonize Africa again.
They definitely will. They
because
definitely will.
some countries already they're teaching kids Mandarin.
Oh no,
that's
already
right.
spoken.
Nah.
There are
That's not
signs
happening.
in Guinea
That's right.
Bissau.
That's not happening.
That's right.
I read about it in Guinea-Bissau. There are Mandarin signs at the airport.
I know a couple of people who have been to Chinese schools to study China. What are you studying China for? Like, what are you studying Chinese for?
Oh my, bro.
What are you studying the Chinese language for? You understand, right?
Right.
I mean, I understand so many people are so eager for greener pastures, maybe moving to China and stuff. That's okay. But guess what? You studying China doesn't make no sense, because we have all the resources in Africa we need much as possible to grow the economy.
They're smart. You know, Africa is a continent of 1.3 billion people.
Absolutely.
They are seeking access to the market. Go to Africa, any African country today, majority of the products that we consume come from
Chinese.
China.
Are Chinese.
Almost everything.
Over 85% of our products are Chinese.
Right.
Yep.
It's
They're definitely
Chinese.
Chinese.
Yes.
Right. And they're seeking that access to that market. Now, what are we benefiting from this partnership, China and Africa?
Where is one thing too I can add to that is we, the people of Africa, are the problem. You know why? In as much as we want the change, a lot of people don't want to change themselves. For example, guess what? There are places in Cameroon where rice is being manufactured. We as Africa and Home, we own one of the companies in Africa located in Dop, where they make
Absolutely.
rice.
Uh-huh.
Here's the thing: the Chinese have gotten into the brains of the African people in such a way that you cannot even go to buy the rice produced in your own country.
In your own country.
You only
No.
want to eat.
Yeah, they
the
want to eat Chinese. That's our biggest
Right.
problem with
That's
our
what
rice.
I was
You only
saying.
want to you only want to consume
Thanks so much
Chinese
for bringing that up.
stuff when
Yep.
stuff are being made and
Brainwash.
manufactured in our own
Brainwash.
country.
Yeah.
That is the problem. You understand, right?
Right.
Nigeria, for example, produces a lot of stuff like cement, food stuff, and
Spaghetti,
people
there's a
still
lot of
want to
stuff in
buy
Nigeria.
stuff brought from China.
Yeah.
What is the problem with us, the African people?
Education.
When we blame our African leaders, some of the blame have to go to the people as
Thank
well.
you. Some of
Yes.
the-
Because if
most
you
people.
don't change yourself, the world cannot be changed.
No.
That's
We have
true.
to change our mindsets.
No.
That's the
That's
thing.
true. So I think education plays a big role in that.
Education.
Because
Exactly.
we believe that everything Chinese is better.
No,
Bec-
everything
why-
foreign.
Foreign.
Everything
Why?
better.
Because that's how they present themselves, right? Whatever we have is better than yours. So what can we do to change that narrative? What would you propose as a solution?
Well, if it were left to me, guess what? It has become so difficult because guess what? Our problem is our African leaders. There's nothing we the population can do to change that because even during elections, those elections votes are being manipulated. Even if the population decides to remove someone from power, those election votes can be changed when they go in for counting, right? We don't have control of that. In as much as we want the leadership to change.
So you want the leadership to
the
change so that we can have a better international trading?
Well, I believe,
Policies?
Of course, I believe
Okay.
if the leadership should change,
Yeah.
right, something different or someone who is in the right mindset to carry out whatever we need to bring out the change in Africa, it can be implemented.
Right.
Right.
The change will begin by the people, especially African
Honestly,
youth.
okay, here's my take on this. I feel like for us to change this situation in Africa, especially with China's involvement in Africa, it has a percentage to do with the leaders, but it also has a lot to do with the people.
Exactly.
Because,
Yeah.
for example, take it back to the rice factory. We own our own rice factory, right? We're producing local rice, trying to help our local farmers process their rice and market it to the Cameroon population.
That's right.
But the people of Cameroon is the people that will not buy the rice. They would rather go buy the Chinese rice. I don't think the government has anything to do with that.
Yep.
Well,
It's them.
are you promoting it so the promotion can reach the rural area where the people
We are
can
doing
access the
maximum
rice?
promotion.
We're doing everything possible.
Maximum promotion. It's like that with a lot of different companies in Africa, not just us. There are a lot of people that produce shoes, like local shoe menders,
Exactly.
all over Cameroon, that make good shoes. People will not buy from them, but they would rather go buy from shops.
Well, they have to
Chinese
be a law
shops.
that's implemented against the Chinese. Like, look, you can't come here and produce your
Yeah, that law
goods
can exist
and
too.
kill the local market.
Yes, that law
the
can
law
exist.
You know what I
exist,
mean?
but Our leaders have become
No.
so selfish
The people
and
too have to
power
understand.
hungry and money hungry that that law cannot be implemented because if you do that,
First of all-
you're not gonna get all the benefits you're getting from the Chinese people.
All right.
Well,
That's how selfish our leaders are.
It's political.
I-
yeah.
The relationship between China and Africa is political. Here's why. In the United Nations, I think it was 1970s, China wanted to control Taiwan ever since. African country voted against that. They voted with the United States. That's why China didn't get that control. Now, I believe it was 2012 or 13. China convinced them with the check. I think it was Rwanda, Lesotho. I think it was 5 countries in Africa that voted against that. That's why Chinese got that control over
Yup,
Taiwan.
they had
It's
more of
record-
the votes. I
more
remember
of
that.
the
Yup.
votes.
I
So
remember
it's
that.
political. You
Yup.
vote with them in the United Nations, you get royalty. So you don't vote with them, they're against you. You don't get the grant.
That's it.
That's what it is. You see Rwanda voted against
They
them.
voted against.
You don't see Chinese companies in Rwanda, right?
And
Lesotho,
that's
no.
right. They actually fought for what they have right now.
Right.
For several years.
Yes. You see, so
Well,
that's,
we the people can choose not to use Chinese products in Africa. We can choose not to.
so here's the thing though. We don't
Unless
have that
we max-
option. So let me tell you, let's say Chinese is
Well, we do
producing-
have the option. We do have the option.
Tell
You
me,
have the
what are the
option.
options?
You have the option not to buy a Chinese sneaker.
Okay, where can you get
I don't
that?
think the government is gonna beat you.
Okay,
and
let
make
me
you buy
say
it.
this. You need a medicine.
Yeah.
Tell me an African country that produced a medicine.
Only buy what you cannot produce from the Chinese companies.
That's what I'm saying.
Only
We
buy
don't
what
have
you
a
cannot
lot of options.
produce.
Yep, that's an option.
So you have an
That's
option. The option is this:
Yeah.
support the local vendors, the local companies first. When they max out before you buy anything from the Chinese.
That's right. I agree.
Let
But
them be
guess
second
what?
class
Guess
in
what?
your
The
own
problem
country.
is, how many people in amongst the population are gonna do that? Because our people have become
Again.
so
So it boils down
that
to the population, even though the government is part of it, because the government
That's
has
right.
to restrict how much imported goods we are receiving in each country.
Yep.
So that we can promote
Guess what?
our own entrepreneurs.
There's that law.
There's no restriction.
Some African
So,
countries have that restriction.
to
but
me,
guess what?
it's okay.
They don't follow it because of the greed. They want the
If you
money
have a
so
law
bad.
that you don't follow, then
You understand,
the
right?
law is not
That's the
applicable.
problem.
To me, there has
That's
to
the
be a
problem.
law implemented toward Chinese higher taxes. Let's say there's an African company that's producing rice and the Chinese company rice. The Chinese company have to pay twice as much
It's
tax.
funny because
Yeah, it's
African
funny
countries
because
instead
facilitate the local market.
That's right. I agree.
We reduce the
guess
taxes
what?
for foreign companies.
Guess what? We the local companies pay more taxes.
than the foreign
I
companies.
bet you that the rice factory which we own in Dub right
Again,
now, they pay lots of
We
taxes
go back
every
to
year.
the political region.
You understand? You can't have
You
something in
mistreat
Africa where you
Chinese,
cannot make profit
that's
from.
it for you. So AU can't do anything about this. You know why? That AU headquarters in Addis Ababa built and financed by Chinese.
That's right.
So AU can do nothing. So Chinese will
It's
capture-
impossible to hope on the AU.
Yeah.
It's impossible to hope on
Guess
it.
what? I feel like, okay, good. Like you mentioned, right? It's a political issue because guess what?
Yes.
If I was a leader of an African country right now, if we have projects to, for example, to construct roads, it doesn't make no sense bringing the Chinese people. Yes, we do need them, right?
Yeah.
We can hand them over a project, and then they still bring over construction workers to do
That's
our
what
job
I
for
was
us.
saying. We need
the people
equal
to be employed.
partnership.
Because guess what? People who know and have those skills are in Africa itself.
So that's what I
right?
was saying. Equal
Employ them there
partnership.
to give them the jobs. Let them take part in constructing the roads and
Yes,
the
yes.
buildings. That's
we
one
need,
way.
We need equal partnership. That's
He's-
what I was
he's
saying.
100% right.
In
Yeah.
Africa, we have infrastructure deficit, right? China has a signed checkbook. We need Chinese money to develop. All we need from China is money.
Definitely.
There we
That's
go.
it.
All we need is
we
money.
have engineers in Africa.
Yeah,
we
we
have
do.
labor force in
We do.
Africa.
We got labor
We
force.
can organize ourselves.
No, we need money
If
and
we don't
missionaries
have
from
them-
China.
Huh?
Just money and missionaries
That's
from
what
China.
I'm saying.
Yep.
That's all we
We
need.
need equal partnership, but
Equal
China,
partnerships.
China is financing
Everything.
every 5 infrastructure projects in Africa and building every third of them.
That's right.
So where are we benefiting from
and
it?
the thing
We
is, they're
need
taking all the
equal
profit back.
partnership. Right.
They're taking back all the profit, and then we are still stuck with these loans that we have to pay over time.
That's right.
Plus the percentage.
Yeah, we're still stuck
You
with these
know,
loans.
we need it's our leaders when they sign those contracts to say, "Hey, look, this is what I need."
Most African countries
Look,
right
I need-
now are
Mr. Jean-Paul,
are billions
let's
and
be
millions
honest,
in debts.
Mr. Leslie, let's be honest. These people don't care. They're like 80 years, 90 plus.
Yep, they definitely
They don't care.
Yep.
They take the documents. I don't even think they read it through. They
don't.
sign it. Then
Recently-
they have to
Sign
get
it.
back
Yeah.
out.
Recently, I saw Senegal launched a railroad system. I believe it was at the capital city in Dakar, built, financed by Chinese. So where is Senegal's benefit from that, except apart from the train?
Where are the young engineers that you guys graduate every year?
Where is the job? What are the use of our engineers that graduate? Nigeria got engineers, Ghana, everywhere.
right.
Everywhere.
That's
Where
right.
is the job?
Well, guess what? One thing I can actually propose that is definitely going to change our economy in the near future is most of the things which are being taught in Africa itself are just the theories, right? For example, the reason why China is having all the advantages because back in their schools, even in the United States or other countries abroad or Europe, for example, they teach kids how to do stuff. They don't teach you the theory. You understand, right? One of the things we need to implement in Africa in the universities or the technical schools is how to teach people how to do something.
So we need
make
to
the craft.
restructure the system of education,
That's
basically.
right. Restructure the
No,
the
look, we need a
education
big
system.
reform in our education system.
They
That's
need,
a fact.
They need a big reformation.
We don't have proper infrastructure or material in
Exactly.
Africa to accommodate our education system.
That's the
we
thing.
need that.
That's the thing.
That's it. And that's why we have look. Even if we don't have the engineers that needed to build infrastructure in Africa, diaspora, we are here. There are engineers here in America.
over.
African
Bring
engineers.
them back.
Go
Yeah,
to
we
New
do.
York,
Yeah.
Nigeria.
Bring them back.
Bring them back. Bring them back.
That's why they're out here. They came out here to learn
Right?
the
Yeah.
story.
You know what?
They know it
Rwanda-
now. Take
That's
them
the
back.
reason why everyone left Africa anyway.
You
for
know,
greener
you
pastures
know,
and-
you
and-
know who
and now-
built
yeah.
the big stadium in Rwanda? The African diaspora, the Nigerians, the Ghanaians that were in London. President Paul Kagame called them in a forum and
What a
said,
great man.
"Look, I have a project here for you guys. You know, I need to build a stadium." He called them and signed a contract with them. Stadium was built and inaugurated back in 2018.
That's right.
Right?
I-
Even if we don't have them in the continent, we can find them in the diaspora.
can find them and
it's
bring them
our
back.
heads of states that need to negotiate that deal, not us. So when they have a projects like Rwanda did, okay, hey, look, we have infrastructure projects. We need engineers. We need civil
That's
engineers.
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
we don't have in Africa. Okay, let's call diaspora. Call a forum. Hey, I'm coming to New York, a big forum for diaspora. I have opportunity for you.
Okay.
Okay, I need to build this infrastructure. I need engineer.
That's right.
This number. I need this, and this. We sign a contract.
Rather than go
We
invest the
can
check back
do
into
it.
Chinese,
Right.
invest the check back
Right.
into your people. Let them bring you the knowledge
Exactly.
they've learned from abroad. That's the
Exactly.
idea, right?
Exactly.
I
Well,
believe it's from the leadership. Now, guess what? Here's the thing, right? Most African leaders, I don't know what's basically misleading them. Some people, you can hand them the money, but they don't have the idea to execute something. People are knowledgeable out here who can get things done, right?
Absolutely.
I don't know when or why is the problem of our African leaders being that when someone goes into power, all they think about is themselves or their families.
Keep in mind,
Right?
African heads of states are corrupt. Corruption
there's so
is
much corruption.
what's ruling.
Hey man,
So
these
much
people,
corruption.
when these people receive their own personal checks from foreign governments and foreign investors, they don't care about us.
They definitely don't.
They don't care about the
They
rest of
definitely
us.
don't. So the leadership needs to really be changed or looked into.
And the people
That's a
too.
big
And the
problem.
people need to change their
That's a
mindset.
big problem. And guess what?
Now-
It's so sad to say it, but I bet you guys this is gonna be several years into the future. Because
Well,
right
it's
now,
already- 'cause
because right
Several
now,
years.
the way I
Are we
look at
talking
this-
about decades or
Yeah,
centuries?
the way I look at these
Look,
guys,
several
they
years.
don't want to learn. They don't want to change. That's the problem.
If we are not, look, we have to go back to history to understand China. When you negotiate terms and regulation with Chinese, look at Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka had a project to build a big port. They borrowed from China. They were not able to pay. What did China do? Take that port. As we speak right now, that port in Sri Lanka, in the Indian Ocean, belongs to Chinese. We saw how Chinese threatened Uganda to take their international airport if they didn't pay the loan.
It's even funny
If
that I thought they took
African
the
heads of
international
states
airport.
are not
They did
carefully
anyway.
They took the
borrowing from
international airport or
China.
not?
Yeah.
Did they take it?
They
No,
did.
no, the ambassador issued a statement that was a false argument. They
didn't take it?
Well,
they didn't take
I
it.
bet you they're just trying to kill that news from the public just to hide their economic mess or the nonsense that the economic leaders have put them into.
No,
they
look.
they own that airport right now.
No, yeah, no, we have
No,
to be
look.
factual though.
Yeah,
We have to be,
I don't
we have-
blame them.
No, no, we have to be factual.
We have to be factual.
You can't say we own the own the
Right.
airport without like.
This is what
really
I'm saying. The
data to
article
back that
is
up.
from McKinsey
Yeah.
and company that he read the a Chinese ambassador issued a statement that
Yeah.
statement was false.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah,
where
yeah,
that
we have
results.
to be
Yes.
factual. You-
Right. So what I'm saying is that the African heads of states have to be very careful when they negotiate these terms.
They
with
don't
Chinese.
care. That's what I'm saying. It's for us
Yeah,
the
they
people
will
to get
eventually-
uncomfortable and fight.
They will eventually
Don't buy
sell-
from Chinese shops. Avoid them.
They
Well,
definitely don't.
That's my
Um,
call. Do you actually
um,
think the leaders are gonna
Well,
do anything?
well,
No, look. Here, I told you it's political. You don't buy from Chinese. Chinese will stop cutting check in your country. Period.
that's right.
That's it.
Okay.
There are
Let them
rules.
stop.
Don't forget, most of these African
Listen,
countries
let
owe
them
the Chinese.
stop.
They owe
We-
the Chinese.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah,
a
they
lot,
owe them a lot.
A
Billions.
lot.
What do you mean by
Billions.
most? All.
Trillion.
Billions of money.
All
So
African
you know,
country
if-
owe China.
It's just like like we need to cooperate with them.
Right.
We definitely need to-
all we are asking from our heads of state
It's
is
a fair trade.
yes, equal part. We need them. They need us. We need one another, right?
Yeah.
Equal partnership. We need your checks. That's it. We will
right.
pay you back, but we don't need your labor. We have labor force. We can organize ourselves and come
Yep.
with the
We do have
engineers.
the labor force.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Just give us the money that we need,
Yes.
and then we'll pay you back with interest.
So one more thing I feel that can change Africa in the long run is, guess what? Most African countries right now, they do have leadership or presidents that can go beyond 4 or 5 years. Right? Guess
Yeah.
what? Most African countries don't have that. Cameroon, for example, our president have been there for how many God knows what years, right?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
been there for over 35
Paul
years.
Biya is
You
almost
understand,
going
right?
40. Paul Biya
Those-
almost
yeah,
40.
those are things that
Almost
needs to
40
be
years.
changed. You understand? Nigeria is wherever they are right now because guess what? The leadership don't stay more than 4 to 6 years. You have to be re-elected.
Ghana as well.
Ghana as well.
Kenya.
Most yeah.
Yeah.
But
If
guess
you-
what? The
and-
majority of them are so selfish that they're taking this thing into kingdoms.
Now,
You
if,
understand?
They're turning it into kingdoms.
Yeah.
if you look at the history of Africa, especially in the election, as you're saying, if you look at the francophone countries, our presidents are the one that stayed the longest. Look at the anglophone countries, like you say, Nigeria, Uganda. Only we have Museveni that stayed longer. You look in Nigeria, they have periodic election.
Okay.
You look at Ghana, periodic election, right?
Yeah.
You go to Zimbabwe, you go Mugabe stayed a little longer, but you know South Africa. But you go anywhere west, Congo, we had
Yeah,
Mobutu
that's
36.
right. That's
Cameroon, Paul Biya now is going almost 40. You know, in Guinea, if Dumbuya didn't do anything, it would have been the same.
That's right.
You know, you go to Mali, Burkina Faso. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we need to change that.
Yep, we need to
You
change
know.
that definitely.
Yeah, and we have to be very careful with Chinese.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I feel like we're gonna still revisit this topic, you know, as we go more and we do more research about China's involvement in Africa. But obviously, I feel like at the end of the day today, we all can agree that at the end we can be an independent continent yet without trading with other continents.
Oh,
With other
absolutely.
continents, it's
Absolutely.
impossible to just float in air like that. So we just need better trades in our better trade policies in Africa.
Yep.
Yes, and for the
Better
people to-
economic policies, yeah.
and for people to also pay attention and support local vendors, entrepreneurs, and local companies.
That's right.
Yes, that help our own local people process our own raw materials ourselves. So thank you guys so much. With that being said, we're gonna run over the business part of Africa is home today before we leave. So thank you guys for an amazing last year, 2021. You guys supported us and we really did an amazing job in Africa, and we also started a few companies in America. We appreciate your support. We love you guys, and we really hope to reach more people this year. So for last year, our charity foundation under Africa is Home Global, we did reach a total of about 600 children in Cameroon and in Nigeria. Thank you guys so much for that. It was the donations that you guys made, the stuff you guys bought from us that gave us the funds to reach out to these children. The target for this year is we want to reach 1,000. We want to add 400, and that's how we're going to keep growing. Thank you guys so much. So now let's run down to all the countries that we are in. Again, we are in Cameroon, we are in Kenya, we are in the United States of America, and Uganda. And yeah, that's where we are right now. Hopefully this year we can make it to one more country. We are thinking about Malawi. We're thinking between Malawi and Rwanda. Whichever one the board members of Africa is home, we prefer. Let's start with Ayamteg Rice. Ayamteg Rice is our own rice factory that is based in Cameroon. Yeah, we produce this rice in the northwest region of Cameroon, and we sell it locally in Cameroon. So yes, towards the end of the year we did triple our sales. If anyone is interested in seeing the numbers, they are very much available for the public. So we will send them to you. Just reach out to us at www.africaishomglobal.com. Fill out a partnership form or just email us directly, and we will send you the details about this rice factory. We're also looking for more investors to expand this factory because we need to cover the entire country of about 28 million people. Thank you guys so much. Still also in Cameroon, we did finalize our partnership with Nevos Tech. It's a tech company that offers house security, car security, and job security in Cameroon. We finalized our partnership, and we are hoping to expand this company next year, 2023, to Nairobi, Kenya, and of course the rest of the country, Kenya. So we did finalize the partnership. We're going to start working with them hand to hand this year. We're hoping for an amazing year with them. And the plant, let's move, that's all the companies we have in Cameroon. Let's move to our headquarters in Kenya. I should have started with that, but my bad for that. In Kenya, we are about to launch detergent factories. We were supposed to do them at the end of this last year, but we did not. So we had to postpone it to this year. But again, we have all the plans, and we still need more investors for this project. So if you're interested in seeing all the blueprints, the financial forecast, and everything, just reach out to us again on our website, and we will send you the details. Thank you guys so much. And this project should be up and running before March this year. We also have our Africa is Home clothing line, not the Bubble clothing line, the Africa is Home clothing line in Nairobi, Kenya. We are opening that this year. We're going to start marketing our merchandise in Nairobi this year. Thank you guys so much. The website is going to be up soon. Now let's move to Nigeria, the giants of Africa. We are launching the water factory. We programmed that for this year. That is our big project this year. So we're about to launch a water factory in Nigeria this year. It's going to launch in Abuja. Everything is ready. We have few investors, but we could still use a few more. Thank you guys so much. If you're interested in seeing the blueprints, reach out to us. And let's see where we can get this factory this year. And let's move to United States of America. We have the Bubble clothing line in America. Bubble is actually designed and produced by Africa is Home. So thank you guys so much for always supporting Bubble. We have new amazing designs that are coming this year. We keep working day and night to keep up with the fashion industry. And we really thank you guys so much for your support. Let's keep Bubble growing. Thank you. And we also have the Wiz Voyage Arts. So this year we are looking for more partnerships and more investors to actually aim to own our first shop in New York by 2024, which we're gonna bring African designs, including like bracelets, necklaces, and crafted items, all from Africa, and market here in America under the Wiz Voyage Arts. Thank you guys so much again. Any of these projects, we have the documentations and everything out for you guys to see the financial forecast. Just reach out to us, whichever one interests you. Thank you guys, and that is it for today.
Also remember to follow our sister page, The Rest of Africans, and subscribe to our sister YouTube channel, The Rest of Africans. Thank you guys so much, and see you next time.
Thank you.